Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you again with Bu Endah. For this meeting, Bu Endah will be explain about the interaction design basic part 2. It's continued the previous one, the explanation about interaction design basic. The previous one, Bu Endah explain on the phenomena term, and for the second part is Bu Endah will be explain about the technical term on interaction design basic. What is the interaction design basic on technical term? I will explain one by one. Okay, and first, what technical that we must consider to the human computer interaction is about the screen design and layout. What is the screen design and layout on technical? That could be the basic principle, grouping, structure, order, alignment, and also use of white space. So this technical term we need to design the system, the application, the website or information system, and we must consider to this one that the first is basic principle, grouping, structure, order, alignment, and also using white space. What is that? We can learn one by one. The first is basic principle. What is basic principle to make the interaction? The basic interaction that we must need is the first we must ask, what is the user doing? What is the user do for the interaction? And the second is we must think. What is we must think? So we need what is the information and comparison, order or something. And the third is design. So what is the form that will be used to the system, to the application? It's depend on the function of the system. Actually, we will learn about designing the information system, designing the application, designing the software. We will learn it more in the software process. And we must know on the software process, we also consider it with to us as a requirement analysis, soothing, and also soothing is like the analysis of the requirement, and the design is like we design the system that we are using, can use the XML language, right? And for the available tools, that's for the screen design and layout, we can use this tools. There are is grouping of item. So we make a group if the item is have the related function, and also order the item if there is any series process. The third is decoration, like font, box, color or something. Alignment the item to make it easy to read, easy to understand or easy to operate something. The last one is white space between the item. It will make comfortable to the user, to the human, to understand how to interact with the system or the software. Okay, this is the example for the grouping and structure. For logically together, it will be physically together. It's more what is more humanistic that we have in the human memories. For the short-term memory, we must we can recognize quickly something if there is have a grouping, or if there is logically together, that must be physically together. So maybe this is the example, like if we have the detail for the billing and also the delivery. So this is logically together, or we can make a group on here. Okay. And also order of the group and item. Maybe if we have more than one groups, there is some groups in our screen, we can make it in order. How to make a process? The first process, maybe we can lay out it on the first, or maybe on upper screen, like that. So we must think, what is the natural order? Uh, we can make a consideration. What is the natural order of interaction is like we must think that is what we must do in natural. So maybe most of most of the human have a right handwriting. So maybe we must to design the application with the right handwriting also. Uh, but maybe if we design for the special user, maybe we will design the system for the what is maybe special need children with the have uh, the like something to do. It will different application to another. The second is should match screen order. So we can use box space, or maybe set up tabbing right on our screen. So on website, most of website have a tabbing right on the screen on the website. Okay, for the third is instruction. What is the instruction? We must be aware, like how to use, how to operate something. So maybe some of us is like we need hint or helps tab for to operate the application or to operate the software. Okay, and the next is decoration. What is the decoration? We make like a beautification for our application or beautification for our software. We can use the use box group item, or maybe we can use a font and they using emphasize, heading, uh, color, background, or something. But it's too many. Why? But it's too many. It's sometime if we make a decoration as too many decoration, it will be have make a distortion to our information. So this is the what is the example that for too many using font for emphasize or something, it will be distract the information that we want to deliver. Alignment on the text. What is the alignment on the text? Why we need this? Because we will what is conduct to the user perception, how to make user easy to interact with our application, how to make the user more easier to operate our system or something. So maybe we can have if you read from the left to the right, so we need a line left hand side like this. But maybe it's more a little bit boring, but it's readable for us, that easy for us. But if we are using a line right hand side, it will be fine for special effect. But it's not easy to scan. Why? Because to scan this words, it will be more difficult than this word. So you can make a comparison with between this the right hand side and with this the left hand side. It's a little bit different, but we must know what we need to make to conduct the interaction between the user and the application. Okay, we also this is the example how to make alignment on names. So why it is not easy, not easy to us to what is to recognize what is the surname and what is the surname or the last name, when what is the first name. Maybe this is the second example, and the third example it's more easier to us to recognize that, right? And also align a number. If we have the decimal numbers, it's more easy as more easy to us to recognize this is what is the biggest number in here. Actually, it's not easy to recognize. Why? Because this is the weight of the decimal number. It's different purpose. Maybe we can make it more easy if we make a line on the dot in decimal, right? Yes, this is the right alignment that we are using, how to compare all numbers on this box, and we can recognize easier where is the biggest number, where is the lowest number in here. Okay, and what about the multiple column? Because we need scanning across gaps hard. That's often hard to avoid with large database field. So this is more easy to us to how to make it to recognize in quickly. So that's more easier to us, or maybe we can follow this line to guide us to make, oh, this is Sherbert is have 75. Toby is have this. I think it's not Toby. This Kavi is equal to 120. Maybe it will be more easier to us if we give the line in here is to help the user to recognize quickly. Then there is no line in here, right? Or we are make graying, or we are make a grid on our column or our table. That's more easier to the user to recognize. Also, we must care about the bed alignment. Why this is the bed alignment? Because it's not easy to us to recognize this. It's like, oh, it's not make sense to us. So that we can call it as the bed alignment. The last is about the screen layout is for white space. The counter. What you see is the gaps between. So the white space in here, that's between the what is the sentence what you see and the sentence the gaps between. So we know this is the white space. What we must know what is the function of white space? We can make it as to make the user side is more comfortable to access the screen on our application. Okay, that could be space to separate and also space to make the structure, to make the different what is grouping. And also maybe we can using the space or white space to make the highlight, the main idea, to highlight the what is the main function to our application, right? So the second after the screen layout, we on physical control, we can make grouping an item like this. Actually, this is the interface on the washing machine, and we can make a grouping. Oh, this is the group for defrost setting. The second, we need sorry, it's not the washing machine, but this is the what is microwave. This is we can know about the type of food. What the type of food that we want to cook with the microwave, and also the time to cook. So this function, the first, the second, and the third function in here have the different function. So we will know what is the function. This is the first, the second, this is the third. It will be more easier to us to recognize what is the function on the physical control in here. Okay. And the second is about the order of items. Actually, the order of items, it will be led to the user that will be guide to the user to operate this system, to operate this device. Maybe we can recognize this like a type hitting. The first, the second is to set the temperature. The third is to set the time to cook. and the fourth is to start. So in order the item is like to refers to our step, to the process what we want to do in here. The third is about decoration. What is the example of the decoration? Maybe it is different color, have different color, different function, different color. Or also we have a line around related button, so this make like a group on the decoration. Alignment. What is alignment? In here we have the center tag in the button. So this is like alignment, how to make it easy to recognize. And also in here, this is the center text in the button. And here also in center text in the button. It's easy to get. That depend on the user. Okay, and white space. We need white space. How? To separate the function in another function. That will be easy to the user to know how to interact with the system, with the device, with the application on here. Okay, this is about the screen design and layout. What the next? The next is the user action and control. It's about the user action and control. That could be entering information, knowing what to do, and affordance for the user action. The entering information, that it could be forms, dialog box. We can know that we need this for presentation, data input, similar layout issues, and also alignment in here. The second is logical layout, like use task analysis that will be known on chapter 15. That's for the Alandix books. We are also using the grouping and also natural for entering information. Like we must know if we write something to the screen, it's start on the left, top left of our screen. So using the natural order of the user, so the button will be stuck on there. Also we can set tab order for keyboard entry, and also this. So some shortcut for our keyboard can access to the system. Right. And the next, this is the example. We can compare for the first example to another example. This is the first example, second example, and the third example. I think the best layout for entering information is for the second example. Right. After that, we must knowing what to do. What is the knowing what to do? We can implement it on our application, on our website, on our software. With what is the active and what is the passive? Maybe because we know, oh, this is for the active button, we can make it more light than to the passive button. That's maybe this we cannot click on the passive button, so we make it more gray from the active button. The second is consistent in the style helps. Maybe, oh, if we are using underline, it's like this is the web link. If we are using the italic, oh, this is like to know that is the something that we must have highlight to the information. The third is label and icon. We must make a standard for common action, because we need the language for the current state or action. So what we must consider is what is the active and what is the passive on our button, and also consistent to the style help, and we can help the user with the label or icon. We already know what is the icon of to close, what is the icon to open, what is the icon to delete or something. I think it will be help to know what to do for the user. The next is affordance. Affordance is like how we can, how deep the user we can access to the system, to the device, to the application, because different user will be have different affordance, like that's depend on psychological term, physical object, for the screen object, also the culture of the computer use. Maybe the different user will make the different application that we must know. The first one for interaction design basic, because we must focus on the user, so we must also consider to the affordance of the user. So like this is the example. What is how to make the Mac handle in here to comfortable to the user. Okay, for the third design interaction basic is appropriate appearance. So it's about the appearance, presenting information, aesthetic and utility, color and 3D, localization and internationalization. Right, presenting information, how to present the information that's more help to your user to know the information, to grasp the information quickly, to understand the information quickly. That is, we must consider to the purpose method, that could be short order, text or versus diagram, scatter graph, or histogram. So what is the purpose method for our data to present? The second is use paper presentation principle. What is the presentation principle? Yes, we must care about the font, about how to readable to the information also, and also but at interactivity. So we must choose something that's more comfort to your user to make interact, to know the some information more than uh, that they want, right? So this is how to make that interact, and also how to present the information. Aesthetic and utility is like how to make aesthetic pleasing design. It's more to have the goals as like to make the satisfaction to the user. How the beautification to the user. This is the beauty and the utility. That's maybe conflict So more function, it's difficult to the more beauty, but it's we will make it in consideration in what is to make it balance with the beauty and the utility. And the third is but can work together. We must know this. How to make aesthetic and utility can work together. Okay. And for the next is like this. Oh, aesthetical is pleasing design. Beauty and utility may be conflicted. How? What do you feel if I using this screen? It's not easy to read, right? It's the background to distract the information, not presenting the information good, but maybe this beautiful, but this it's distract the information that the want to deliver to the user. Okay, color and 3D. It's more we can using to make it more the beautification for our design. This will be the color and also the 3D effect. Even it's we must make it on balance with the aesthetic and also the utility. Okay, this is the example, the bad use of the color. What do you think? Maybe we can make have an opinion that is the screen is that's not good. That's very bad or this animation. So overuse it will be not good to our design. And also we must consider with the color blinds. And the third is poor of use of contrast. We must know the contrast. I think this if we have the background is red and our what is our information in black, it's more good if then we use this color. So please be careful with the color. Okay, what about this? Oh, this also bad use also. And the last, what is across countries and culture? Actually, that's our technical term to the interaction design basic. We must know about cross countries and culture. What is? It's depend on the culture of the sim. That's will be localization and internationalization, globalization. It could be choose the symbol or something. Also, how to change the language. If we have the application that's more globalization, that our user is more global, so we must have the what is the feature to our application that must be simply change the language. And also deeper issues like the cultural assumption and value, meaning the symbol or something. So this that's more global to understand about the symbols like that. Okay, I think it's all. That's for the interaction design basic. Maybe we can make the highlight for the interaction design basic on technical term. The first is about the screen layout and design. The second is about the information, and the third is about crowd. This is the third is about the appropriate appearance, and the last one is about across countries and culture. Okay, thank you.